Greetings, people of the realms! In my last videos, I've shown you the Citadel base and shade paint sets. And right now I'll show you the layer paint set and explain what it's used for. Now, layer paint is quite similar to base paint, and you could use these as base colors as well. However, they are pre-selected to match the base colors, and they provide highlighting options for your miniatures. The layer paint is actually the glow on armor and skin from light sources. It does not come watered down, so if you want a more blend effect, you need to dip your brush in the water and make sure to use watered down paint. And if you want a sharper edge on your miniature, just use a less watered down version of the paint. Well, there's actually not a lot more to say about this paint than that it's applied last, after the base and shadows are applied. Now, some people apply the shadows last over the light, so they do base, layer, shade. To me, that actually makes no sense, because highlights cancel out the shadows generally. Alright, I'll just show you the contents of this box. There is, again, a very focused orc on front. This is the back. And this is the inside. As usual, it comes with a brush. Let me see what size it is. It seems to be quite small, like a finer brush. And if I hold it next to the other two brushes, then I think it's safe to say that it is like the smallest. It comes close to size 1. Okay, as you can see, there is a lot of paint in here. There is actually 2 types of yellow. There are 4 shades of gray, not 50, and 2 of them are specifically for steel and iron, I believe. Yeah, it's called Iron Breaker and what's the other one? Runefang Steel. So you can tell them apart. And the others are Dawnstone and Ashen Grey. Then there is 2 types of blue. 2 more browns. 2 more flesh tones. 2 more gold colors. And if you watch my video about the base paint, that's where I said that the gold that comes with that box looked more like copper to me, because it was a bit reddish gold. I can hold it next to, yeah, this one. Instead of the more yellowish gold that I was used to. Now this is the yellowish gold that I talked about, and you can clearly see the difference. So I'm quite happy to find that, honestly. Then there are 2 green colors for more diversity on your orcs. 2 more reds, and they're good for blood effects. They also have pretty aggressive names like Evil Sun Scarlet and Wild Rider Red. And then last, there are 2 very light colors, and they are named Screaming Skull and Ushakti Bone. I wonder what they're for. Okay. So those are all the layer paints. As I said, in my opinion, these are applied last, and they create the nice glow effects, or they just highlight your miniatures. Also, you can use these to mix in between the base colors to add more diversity between your individual characters. Now over here I have displayed the base paints, the shade paints, and these are all the layer paints. As you can see, there's actually a lot more layer paints. It's 20 colors, and therefore they're more expensive. It's 63 euros actually. Now finally, I wanted to show you a spray can that I've got. It's this one. And what it does is it gives your miniatures a coat before you start painting. So you just spray them all over, and then you can apply your base paint and all the other paints that come after that. You can start with white or with black, depending on the order that you apply things. If you do highlights first and you go darker, then you take a white base color. And if you build your way up from dark to light, then you use the black one. If you spray your miniatures with this first and you let it dry and then you paint it, then the paint will actually stick a lot better to the plastic, and it also gives more reliable results when you're doing multiple miniatures. Now this spray costs €13.50. Okay, that's all for now. I think it's time for me to get to the assembling of my Soul Wars box and make a few examples to show you guys when they are done. Bye, and until next time.